Today in gear.
The record-breaking Nike Alphafly, the 3rd of May, solved the biggest issue with super shoes.
On October 8, 2023, 23-year-old Kelvin Kiptum won the Chicago Marathon and set a new world record with a time of 2 hours, 35 seconds, shaving 34 seconds off the previous mark. On his feet were prototypes of Nike's newest super shoe, and while the feat itself made headlines, there's another compelling piece to the swoosh puzzle. According to Nike Running senior product designer Brett Schoolmeister, Nike's Alphafly 3 super shoes can last up to a whopping 250 miles per pair.
Compare that to the Adidas Adizero Adios Pro Evo 1's Tigist Asafo wore, breaking the women's marathon record Berlin last fall. While it's not necessarily true they are single-use, actual testing indicates they'd probably max out at 2 races of that distance, which leads to some pretty wild math. At $285, the Nike Alphafly 3 is a bit over half the cost of the $500 Adizero Adios Pro Evo 1's, yet should take you roughly 5 times as far. And it's finally available today.
What's new on the latest version of the Alphafly?
There are a couple key components to the Alphafly 3 that get our attention. The first is the continuously rounded and rockered profile, which is striking to behold but also provides for a super smooth transition from the heel to the forefoot. Second, Nike's team shaved the weight 15% versus the Alphafly 2, with the new version coming in at 218 grams, just under 7.7 ounces. To compare, the Adizero Adios Pro Evo 1's weigh in at 138 grams, 4.87 ounces, a bit over half the weight.
The outsole is made from a new compound that cuts weight but adds traction, resulting in a lighter yet more resilient shoe. Other structural updates included a wider carbon fiber plate for more stability and an updated midsole, alongside an all-new Atomnet upper, optimized for multi-directional movement and breathability.
The Alphafly 3 doesn't look like any other shoe on the market, and it also doesn't run like any other shoe. Every inch has been meticulously crafted by Nike's engineers and designers to help you run a faster, more comfortable marathon.
How does this new super shoe compare to others?
While we've only seen prototypes in action thus far, Schoolmeister told High Snobiety that the Alphafly 3 has been worn by testers up to 250 miles, and it's doing really well. This relatively generous mileage was made possible by people trying the shoes in a variety of seasons and locations, giving designers the data they needed to boost durability.
That's where it dares to address one of our biggest beefs with super shoes, their combo of high cost and limited longevity, which really dings the appeal for non-elite racers. Heck, some have even been called out for their lack of sustainability. While the Alphafly 3s won't last as long as more traditional running kicks do, 300 to 500 miles, they should carry you far beyond a marathon or two.
Just under $300 isn't cheap by any means, but the mileage and the accolades the shoe is already stacking up speak for themselves. So if you've got your eyes on a 26.2-mile PR this year, don't sleep on giving the Alphafly 3s a spin.